Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I am so glad to have you here with me this evening. If you're new here, welcome in. Go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to request any specific healing intentions that you feel comfortable sharing in such a big format. We are going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal healing grid together, exactly to the requests of everyone here. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's so good to see you again. And if you're watching this as a video replay, hello from the past. Go ahead and feel free to enjoy. If you want to skip ahead to just the healing and music aspect, go to about the 1 hour point or where the lights begin to shift. And if you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out the description or subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity. I am here live 5 times a week, same days, same times, East Coast US Standard Time. And yeah, let's go ahead and say our hellos to everybody and get started. I've got our crystal grid all ready to start decorating, so let's dive in. Awesome. So let's see who we have here today. I did see Cora Carr and Chris. Oh, wow, we've got so many folks already. I'm so happy to see you all. Let's see, we've got Martha, Blue Sky, Vincent, Grace, I thought I saw you, and Chris. Awesome. Good to see you all. Awesome. I love all these requests. So many good stones to decorate with. Let's do it. Okay, so let's set those healing intentions. Jennifer, good to see you in too. Yeah, the kitties are doing well. I've got Hattie under the desk. And awesome, good to see you all. So yeah, let's adjust this back into frame. There we go. So we've got a mirror to help reflect and deflect any energy that's not in our greatest good. We have our copper spiral. Copper helps to get energy moving and helps to break up any blockages. Sleep regulation, increased revenue and protection. Awesome. And let's go ahead. Grace wants to start things off with healing intentions for grateful for your job. Awesome. For heart healing and love. Love to see you. So let's see. Let's see, and what else do we have here? Ooh, good, some requests from Chris. Lapis and Smoky. And if you're new here, you can go ahead and request what types of topics you would like to heal, or you can request specific stones. Either or is totally cool. Gotcha. Cool. So we definitely have. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I'm picking out some stones here. Let's start things out with definitely seeing requests for rose quartz and clear quartz. So let's start with those. They're good like foundation stones. So clear quartz, as we have here, this is a stone that can stand in for any other stone. It helps to amplify the intentions of that stone or anything else that you're putting it near. It's also helpful if you wanted to stand in for any crystal. So if you're like, wow, there's so many crystals, I need all of them to do this work. No, you don't. You can grab a clear quartz and you can ask it to hold the energy that you would like it to, or stand in for a particular crystal that you might not have access to, or that might be a little bit difficult to get a hold of. And so this can be wonderful. You can also program them to hold the intentions of any other healing art that you have. So they can be wonderful talismans. We also have rose quartz, which helps to be this lovely unconditional love that is very strong and very consistent, making it a lot easier for us to consider letting go of energy that no longer supports us. A lot of times when it's hard to let go of things when you feel like you're worried that the thing that comes in might be worse, or like, well, what else could there be? At least I know what this is. Kind of like the devil, you know. This is so heart fulfilling. It helps remind us that there's something better that could come in and replace that. So ultimately, it ends up helping us to release what's no longer helpful. So there we go. And okay, good stuff. Awesome. Lots of good harmony here. Right along the lines of rose quartz, we have pink kunzite. This specimen in particular has a few other stones in it too, but pink kunzite is super high vibrational, unconditional love and heart chakra where it meets angelic influence and love and support. This helps to heal heart on a very high level, helps us transcend earthly love and earthly relationships as well. It is also a crystal I've used before to help assist in past life heart healing because it's so potent and strong. So yeah, pink kunzite. Let's see. Let's do some rhodonite for heart healing. We definitely have a lot covered with the rose quartz and the kunzite, but why not have a little bit more? Rhodonite can be really helpful. It's a great stone for unrequited love, breakup, any type of grief over love lost, whether it's because they lost their lives or simply because the relationship is ended. So this is rhodonite. It's also helpful for moving on from insecurities, any type of abuse that involved belittling, as well as balancing yin and yang in the bodies. It's also got some connections to healing asthma as well as autoimmune type stuff. So that's rhodonite. One went and hopped away from me. So there we go. And grateful for your job. I'm going to bring in lapis. I noticed a couple of people have requested lapis, and this is one that can help with your career too. It's a good stone of integrity and also of moving up in one's career. It's helpful for anything with the inner ear, from vertigo to hearing loss, and with personal responsibility as well. And if you struggle with organization, this can be a really beautiful stone to work with also. So that's Lapis Lazuli. Okay. And calling on love. I'm going to bring in some moonstone. Helps to have us feel more connected to the cycles and rhythms of nature because the moon controls the tides. It's also a full moon right now, so this is a great stone for anyone that works with the lunar cycles. It helps with intuition, with calling on really great love-based relationships. It's protective of travelers and of seeing and releasing patterns. Its connection to the divine feminine, ancient wisdom. If you're learning any kind of ancient healing arts or anything like that, this can be a really good stone to work with as well. So we'll bring this in. But yeah, to attract love, moonstone and carnelian are some of my favorites. And I'm going to work through Chris's too. Oh, good. We got that there. Let's definitely bring in some smoky quartz. This helps to transmute energy. It's also very protective. Even before the Middle Ages, this was used as an amulet of protection to keep your home from being broken into, from keeping your possessions from being stolen. Smoky quartz can be as dark as like almost a black, all the way up to this like barely darker than clear quartz. It's a great stone to keep in a space that you want to keep the energy clear on. Cool. So I feel like that's good. So we've got some smoky quartz. And Emily, welcome in. It's been a while. Respiratory issues and grief. Absolutely. Respiratory issues, rhodonite can be very helpful with that, but also grief. We've got two excellent stones of grief. One is jet, and this is wood that's been volcanically fossilized. So fossilized in a flash, in a hurry. And it is superb for grief, especially grief that comes out of nowhere. And even if it's a situation where you know someone's going to pass, it still hits you from out of nowhere. I've absolutely been there. Jet is one that can help us to be in our grief and process it without becoming so overwhelmed that we become paralyzed to it or numb to it, or just completely overwhelmed and unable to really deal with or place anything. It's also helpful for calling on lost animals, so this can be a wonderful stone. I also bring this in often for Patty and Key. Ah, gotcha. Absolutely blue sky. Hey, Lisa, good to see you too. And Lisa, absolutely. We've got, we've got for vertigo and things like that, we've got the lapis covering that. Another stone for grief is green onyx. This is for overwhelming like grief, sadness, all the way to the point where there could be just like emotional shutdown in a sense, but it's also good for things that aren't that incredibly intense as well. This is also great for making decisions that are more in alignment with your highest good. It's also superb for any kind of moving forward despite emotional pain. This is good for that as well as bloodstone, but I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. So that is green onyx. Green onyx is usually, that we see mined more recently, will be more of like a pistachio color. But these are very old. Let's see. These were mined quite a long time ago. And I hope that that helps. I hope that that helps, Emily. Garnet is good for attracting love. It's how you got Vincent. Awesome. Well, let's bring that in too. I've never used garnet for that, but hey, go for it. Garnet is also great for, and I did see a couple of requests for this. Garnet is great for organization, courage. It's wonderful for being practical, being efficient. It's a very Capricorn type stone, and it's a January birthstone, so that makes sense. It's also fantastic for just like launching projects, being organized, getting things done, and getting things done as quickly as possible. It's great for strength in times of change and stability as well. So there's garnet for us. We've also got, let's see. And I will get to everybody today. Yep, we've got so Herkimer. Labradorite, red coral. Unfortunately, I don't have black kyanite. Let's see, some black onyx, some mookaite, and citrine. Citrine, absolutely, for everyone asking for financial abundance. So that's Jennifer. That is Cora Carr on behalf of her mom. Let's bring some citrine to the table. This is a stone that is like the modern merchant stone, but really is excellent for anyone who's calling on financial abundance, on resource wealth. It helps to manifest the resources we need to survive and to thrive. So a wonderful choice anytime we're asking for financial support. So we'll go ahead and we'll put some around the center here. We'll also add some pyrite for the same reason. Pyrite, in addition to calling on wealth and financial abundance, fool's gold brings the real gold for sure. It's also helpful for opening up intuition as well as protection at the same time. So it's a wonderful stone for anyone who, especially people who are just beginning to work with their intuition. It can also help with fever. It aids the lungs, so this will definitely support Emily as well. And is thought to support anyone who is dealing with the impact of radiation treatments and definitely the brain and memory. So there is pyrite, and it naturally forms in squares. It's so interesting. Maybe there's not enough room here. Let's do this. Let's do that. Awesome. We have some herkimer, and I think that this will help with supporting. Oh, you're so welcome. Help with supporting Greg and Susan through their manifestations. Herkimer is one of those stones that you can work with when you're manifesting that helps you connect with the most spiritually aligned version of whatever it is you're asking for. So if you're asking for the right people, the right place, the right thing, whatever it might be, the intention with Herkimer is, may it come in the form of a way that it impacts everyone that it touches in the best possible way, in the highest possible way. It's also helpful for things like relaxing and being in the present moment, which is so important, especially if you're manifesting. It helps to balance your energy. It helps to balance unbalanced energies, whether if it's a few people together or just in a space. It helps with metabolism and connection to your intuition. So this is Herkimer diamond, which is actually a clear quartz. It forms just like these double terminated 2 points. They form just this way in the dirt in and around Herkimer, New York. Prehnite is going to be great for Vincent. This is one that helps to calm the mind and keep it from wandering anytime that we are meditating. It's also great for any kind of spiritual learning and teaching, any kind of exchange of spiritual knowledge. This can also help with those of us who have a hard time saying no, to refuse unfair demands, and it can aid in any kind of divination, prophecy work, whether it's astrology or channeling, anything in between. So yeah, we'll bring in some prehnite. Fawn, welcome in. Nerve pain, fertility, self-love, new love, healing conflict with loved ones, travel, new journey. Oh, absolutely. Thank you. And you're welcome. And I'm glad you're here. We'll definitely hit on all of those. And I did see a request for, let's see, a couple of requests for cardio. Let's see. For nerve pain, I also saw the request for pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline helps with migraines, neuralgia, and any kind of GYN issue, including fertility. But even if it's like irregular periods, or if you're struggling with something like endometriosis, pink tourmaline can be really helpful. It also helps with muscle weakness as well as spine injuries, and even trying to break up our habit of having like a negative self-image. So that's pink tourmaline. And amazonite can be great for the spine and the spinal nerves. It's also great for caretakers. It helps with self-respect and knowing that you need to take care of yourself in order to take care of others. And it helps those that are naturally inclined to caregiving to be reminded that they deserve the exact same caliber of compassion and support that they show others. So here we go. It's also very calming. And it's thought to help lots of different neuro issues. So hopefully this will be helpful for you. So that's amazonite. Next is black onyx, which can help with grief for sure, but it's highly protective spiritually, energetically, intuitively. Also helps us to connect with our ancestors, and isn't it just so incredibly beautiful? So that is black onyx. Mookaite also goes by Australia jasper, and that helps us to accept change and make decisions that are really in alignment with where we truly want to go and how we truly want to get there. It's also thought to be helpful for calming digestion, and it's thought to be good for bladder pain as well as boosting the immune system. It comes in a variety of colors. And these are the two I have here. So this is mookaite, also known as Australia jasper. Let's see. Let's put these two here. Next, I have some zoisite, which I felt inclined to add because, actually, let's put these here. I felt inclined to add because I had some requests around colon health, and absolutely the bowels, the colon, zoisite, that's one of the things that it can really help. But it's also great for seasonal affective disorder and releasing negativity. And the way that it helps with things like seasonal affective issues, and of course, like anything here, nothing's a replacement for meds or anything else. We are so not med shamers here. Like, I use all the things that I need to get myself through the challenges I have. And this is a stone that can be really helpful with connection to nature. So if you're really struggling without being connected to like being able to sit in the grass and like hug a tree and be near green spaces, this is a stone that can really help with that connection. It's also really great for facing problems head on that you've been kind of shy about dealing with, or even procrastinating with, or anything like that. But yeah, it helps us to face and deal with obstacles and people that are in the way of our progress and where we need to go in life. So we can bring this in. So zoisite. Let's see, where shall we place you? Let's put you here and here. Make sure I get everybody's there. Did see requests by Jen for Labradorite. This aids with better sleep, also with calming disputes oftentimes. This can also really help with detailed attention and research and study. Anybody who works with very detailed information, if you're doing like your bookkeeping work, if you're coding, if you're doing anything like that, Labradorite really, really helps. It's often recommended for people that are doing any kind of research work. It helps with that attention to detail to see patterns that might be going on. It's also helpful for clairvoyance, so our intuitive sight, and for enjoying travel. So Labradorite, very much helpful with sleep too. Let's put that on the clear. Blue kyanite aids us with self-acceptance, with understanding the intuitive messages that we get, and also with any kind of neurological issue that involves speech and or mobility. This is thought to be really helpful. And blue kyanite is also just really, really pretty. It's this beautiful blue that kind of catches the light. So we'll go ahead and bring this in. Red coral is a really, really strong and protective stone for women when faced with misogyny. Anytime that a woman is less than, othered, admonished, anytime she's disregarded, anytime that she is relegated to someone or something other or less than simply based on gender, this is a stone that can be really, really helpful. This is also one that helps break up the network of like the good old boys club kind of thing. So, yep, red coral. Intentions for research, writing, completing tasks quickly, and opening to intuition. So research, definitely Labradorite. Writing, let's bring in some blue tiger eye. Completing tasks quickly is garnet. Opening your intuition, we have a couple of good ones out there. So blue tiger eye, very helpful for writing, speaking, really bold communication. This helps with public speaking too, but it's very like matter of fact, like facts over feelings. This is what it is and how it is. It's a very technical explanation kind of stone. It's very protective of truth tellers, and it can also help calm and ease stress as well. So yeah, speaking your truth, writing, it helps the words to flow and to be very authentic. So I hope that helps. And opening to intuition, we have a few, but I feel like chevron amethyst can come on in. This helps us connect to spiritual and psychic wisdom, and it also helps to facilitate kind of a two-way street between sharing with spirit what we feel and what we think and what we're asking for, and then receiving the wisdom in return. It's also thought to be helpful for anything that is degenerative. So whether it's like degenerative bone or disc, or degenerative like, say neurodegenerative, something along those lines, this can be very, very helpful for that. But any kind of shamanic work, journey work, anything like that. Let's actually do... Let's see. Whom else? What else? Where else? Yes, Chrysoprase, absolutely. Hi, Lopa, welcome in. I think welcome back. I think you've been here before. Anxiety and anger increase positive energy, absolutely. And Chrysoprase. So let's bring in Chrysoprase. Let's bring in some Chrysoprase and some Dumortierite. So Chrysoprase helps with overcoming disappointment and completing goals. Anytime we need to pivot and we think, oh my gosh, I've lost so much progress that I've made, it reminds us that no, actually we have those skills that we learned along the way, and they're going to be valuable for us no matter what. It reminds us that we've come farther along on our path than maybe we realize, even though it's a very long path. It's also fantastic for kind of seeing where we are along the way when something is a very long goal. Like if you're going through many years of schooling or many years of working towards something. This helps you remind yourself along the way that you're still farther along than you were when you started, so that it's easier for you to kind of stick with things. So yeah, but also a very loving energy too. A lot of follow through energy. So Chrysoprase. Dumortierite helps with anger, and it helps with improving patience. It also aids tidiness. And helps you to stand up for yourself when needed. This is also one that can support tendons and ligaments if anyone's dealing with any issues there. But yeah, this is great for anger, releasing anger, bringing in patience, and being able to assert yourself so that we're not in this sort of anger spiral. So yeah, Dumortierite. So that one we will do. So these beautiful Dumortierite were gifts from Jennifer Vatsa. So thank you, Jennifer. And you can check out my online Reiki classes and sessions, and also my crystal shop at learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is linked in the description. And if you want to shop Jen's beautiful crystal shop, head on over to Etsy and look for Belladonna Botanicals. So thank you, Jen. Holly, welcome. Starving off procrastination, absolutely. Finding purpose and meaning. Motivation, inspiration, absolutely. Absolutely, we will get to those. Eye recovery. Aventurine. Definitely helps the eyes, but also aids fertility for those looking for support there. And can help remind us that we are capable of more than we might think. It helps us to expand our vision of who we are and what we can do. And it aids us to also move through these ideas that we can't learn something new. Like, oh, that's not something I can do. Oh, that's for young people. I don't know about all that. That's really complicated and hard. This is one that helps soften our heart and maybe convince us we can. Maybe we can give it a shot. So let's go ahead and bring in some aventurine. All the best to your sister with the eye surgery. Such a good heart-centered stone. If you're really struggling with, can I do this? Can I do that? Yeah. Get some green aventurine for sure. Let's see. We got all of Martha's. Let's do blue skies. Ruby, garnet, emerald. We've got garnet, so let's get some ruby, some emerald. Garnet, ruby, emerald, pink kunzite, which we have, an indigo gabbro. Indigo gabbro, which also goes by mystic merlinite, can help us to see the ways in which we get in our own way, trip over our own feet. Helps us see the cycles and patterns we have that really stop our progress before we've made any. It allows us to do that shadow work while also connecting us to spirit, which is supportive and encourages us to continue moving forward. So let's go ahead and move that one up. I like that together. So let's do mortarite and indigo gabbro. Ruby is like the natural next step from something like garnet. It is like all of our management skills kind of strengthened and brought up. This is all about big picture vision, being able to see an entire scenario, all the moving pieces, getting like a bird's eye view and saying, okay, what do I need to do? What are my resources? How am I going to make this all work? Big time planning, management type energy. If you know someone who's recently been promoted to like a manager or something like that, this can be a really beautiful gift. And yeah, ruby can be pricey. But if you get it like I have here, this is a lot more affordable. Not all ruby is the beautiful ruby that we see in jewelry. Sometimes they are mined just like this. In fact, this is the natural shape that they come in, that they form in. Such a beautiful stone. There we go. And emerald can help with skin and tissue healing, can also help us find the sense of joy for life that we may be lacking or missing out on. And it also helps to bring about some confidence to anyone who maybe has been picked on or teased about their appearance. It also helps to set the stage for success. So this is some raw emerald. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Grace. Yeah, I love the tumbled stones too. I love Jen's tumbled stones too. Motivation, inspiration. So let's go over to Holly and see motivation, inspiration, finding purpose and meaning, staving off procrastination. Definitely. Let's do some picture jasper. This is great for envisioning future potential and also for kind of seeing the big picture in general. This helps us to think about and even begin like new ventures, new opportunities, striking out in a new direction. It helps us to think big. It helps us to see our hidden fears and start to deal with them. If anything's holding us back, it'll help us to see that. It also aids with things like moving abroad and meeting new cultures and things like that. This is a real horizon broadener. So this can definitely help with kind of finding some inspiration for things. So let's bring this in. So picture jasper. Also goes by desert jasper. Go. And we have some polychrome jasper, which is one I work with often to help like shake off the procrastinations. It can help us to feel very motivated on our soul's purpose, feel like we can move where we've previously felt stuck. It helps us to see that there's something worth moving towards and kind of find that excitement once again for what used to fill us with joy. Emerald is also excellent for that. And emerald we just added to the grid, but this is polychrome jasper. This is great for like sinking your teeth into your next steps. Let's see what else I've looked over. Let's see. I'm also going to put in some Chrysocolla. Oh, and I put some green onyx in, but blue sky, yeah, lots of love to your boss who's grieving and sad. Calming anxiety too. Let's bring in some green calcite. This helps with calm and relaxation, but also in general, releasing anxiety mentally and physically. So when we get really tense and we hold tension in our body because of anxiety, because of any of that, this can really help like unwind that. So it's good for anxiety and all the ways that it impacts us. So we'll bring this in. Lots of love to you. Definitely good for like nervousness and things like that too. So yeah, green calcite, we'll bring this in. Self-love for fawn, definitely Amazonite. Excellent, like self-love, self-care. Healing conflict with loved ones. Travels and new journeys. Picture jasper, absolutely, which we just put down, is great for that. As is Labradorite, is great for like enjoying your travel. And picture jasper can be really helpful with meeting new cultures and things too. Knowing intuitively who to connect with, manifesting and connecting with the dreams of the future, and lucrative employment. Yes, Chris, definitely yours. I'm getting to those. And actually, I was just going to grab one off that list. And that one's going to be the aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite, because that totally goes along with what Blue Sky is asking for. It's such a good, I love working with this stone. This has been coming up a lot in my personal healing work too. So this is aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite, which is two different kinds of calcite. The aragonite is the more brown, and that is more aligned with our Earth Star chakra and our root chakra. And our Earth Star is the energy center beneath the root that's connected with enacting our soul's purpose, actually showing up and like taking the steps necessary to like move forward and do the things in alignment with our soul's purpose. The Caribbean blue calcite is more with the crown and the soul star, which is the energy center above the crown. That's like our, kind of like our spiritual North Star. That's like up in the soul star. That's our visions of the highest thing possible. This is when we have that cleared and balanced, it becomes easier to see and sense and know who to connect with, where to go, where to be, that kind of stuff. Like, when you just know you have to go to a thing, or you just know you need to meet that new person. That's very soul star chakra. This will definitely help align you with your sense of what's next and how to move forward. So it's like a spiritual vision and then spiritual action with both of the stones together. And when they work together, it balances all the energies in between the two, which includes the Kundalini energy, which lays dormant at the base of the spine. So this is Caribbean blue calcite and aragonite. Hematite can be so helpful for grounding and for clearing energy, especially just the standard energy that our body is looking to let go of. We clear energy out of our legs and feet, and this is the way it's seen in Chinese medicine and in Japan, and also in other types of energy healing like integrated energy therapy, or IET, which is another healing energy work that I do besides Reiki. It's an angelic energy healing system, and it focuses on mental, emotional pain of the past and releasing it so we can embrace our soul's mission in the future a little bit more easily. And in that system as well, they release energy out the close to the feet in the low ankles. And it just always reminds me of hematite, how this is long, this is even written about in the Bible. This stone has for a long time thought to clear things from the body that it no longer needs. It also helps us to ground in that we can release the energy we no longer need into the earth and start to feel ourselves once again. So hematite. So let's bring this around. Hi, Amber. Welcome in. Feel free to make a request for your personal healing. And let's see. Carnelian, you requested. And Sapphire, Chris requested. Iolate, we got Rutilated, we got Herkimer. Peridot. Yeah, we got them. Okay. Peridot helps with breaking up cycles and patterns and habits that are not in our highest good. It helps us to reconnect and to even help support any friendships or relationships that are in support of our best, highest good. It's also thought to be helpful for things like depression, weight gain. It helps with prosperity, and it's also thought to be linked with helping to relieve digestive issues from IBS to Crohn's, all of the above. So that is peridot. Let's go ahead and sprinkle in some peridot. Nice. Sapphire is superb for channeling, for connecting to spirit, and for figuring out the best way to explain what we've experienced when we've channeled. So if we're doing card readings, channeling, any kind of intuitive work for someone else, sometimes it can be harder to explain it than it is to actually get the answers. So Sapphire helps with both. It helps strengthen the intuitive connection, and it aids with explaining our experience to others. So Sapphire. Let's see. And carnelian can be helpful for anything having to do with relationships, not just romantic ones, but any kind of way that we relate to others. It's everything that is related to the sacral chakra. This is creativity. It is sexuality, sensuality, it's sexual function and dysfunction, it's fertility, it's also wound healing, colds and allergies, and also definitely a strong link between fertility, IVF, things like that, and even calling upon the universe to bring into our path our twin flame, our spiritually significant soul relationship. So carnelian. Let's go ahead and sneak this in. There we go. We have some more room. Yes, we do. There we go. Fantastic. We got pyrite, moonstone, lapis, smoky, rose quartz. Cool. Aqua aura is excellent for depression as well as seasonal affective disorder. And just like I said with peridot and with other things, do all the things you can do to help support yourself. I struggle with depression. I take medication, I meditate, I do Reiki, I work with crystals, and I found this one really helpful. This is clear quartz that's been treated in a process using gold, and it's thought to help support the body through things like depression, and we have found it really helpful here. A lot of us have used it and really like it, so I hope that you do too. I'm going to go ahead and bring this in right here. Actually, maybe right here, opposite our red coral. So let's see, make sure I didn't overlook anybody. And last call for crystals. Calm anxiety and anger. Yep. Ah, I know. For Chrysocolla's stepfather, we're going to bring in some rutilated quartz. I'm going to go ahead and bring in a couple. Here we go. Rutilated quartz helps with energizing, but it also, more than anything, helps with focus. It can help focus the mind, enhance the mind-body connection, but it can also help focus the healing energy that is being supplied, whether it's intuitively or through energy healing like this. And it's also been used for decades and decades, at least, as a gift for folks who are struggling with cancer. It's thought to help direct and focus the healing exactly where it needs to go. And it's also, because it's so energizing, it's thought to help you get your energy back after you've been kind of depleted, and that can also be supportive of folks who are going through cancer treatments and so many other things too. So rutilated quartz, we will bring that in for Chrysocolla's stepfather, and sending lots of love to your family, Chrysocolla. There we go. And here we go. There we go. Let's... Yeah, blue sky, dreams of the future, lucrative employment. Definitely the Caribbean blue calcite. Brother's heart health, gotcha. let's do some Unakite for heart health. This is also good for any kind of women's health. Hormonal stuff, metabolism, good relationships, any kind of fluid circulation in the body, and addictions, including quitting smoking. Also aids in fertility too, so that's Unakite. So I hope that this helps your brother with his heart stuff. Where can we put you? How about go. It's Unakite. Awesome. I think we are about ready. So let's do that thing that we do. I'm going to go ahead and pick a couple of stones that I think would be really helpful and really harmonizing to the grid. And all of you are going to vote on which one you think would be a better fit. And for those of you who are new, and we definitely have a few of you today, I would strongly suggest that you look at how everybody else votes, but be reminded that you don't have to pick one or the other. You're not limited to just one vote. Hintity hint, hint, hint. But I'm going to take a moment, pick those crystals. This is also a good opportunity to, hit the loo or whatever you'd like to do. We are going to, after that vote, I'm going to briefly explain what Reiki is and how it works and what to expect. And then I'm going to turn the lights down, turn the music up, and start sending Reiki to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. So if you need a glass of water, you need to refill your tea, hit the loo, whatever it might be, now is a great time to do it. So give me a moment to just pick a couple of stones, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. We're already voting because we know how this works. So I'm excited about this selection. So the first would be Chrysocolla, which is definitely different from Chrysoprase. Chrysocolla helps us to make decisions and move forward in alignment with our highest good. It helps to encourage us. It helps to realize our spiritual purpose and continue on that path, and really encourages that and allows us to find new ways of connecting to creative expression and ways to find really helpful creative ways to move energy and release energy. And the other option is orange sunstone, which can be very helpful, kind of like picks up where aventurine leaves off. Like aventurine reminds us that it warms our heart and kind of leads us into like, you can dream bigger than you think you are. It's orange sunstone that's like, there is no limit to your potential. Dream big. You did not come here to play small. So orange sunstone. So as you can see from the folks in the chat, you don't have to just pick one or the other. Go ahead and, it's okay. It's okay, Patty and Key. Lots of love. Oh, Christina, it's good to see you too. We definitely took you into consideration for sure. Patty. And so we're going to go ahead and vote for Chrysocolla and orange sunstone, or both. Hint, hint. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is about, and then we're going to dive into the healing. So again, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 14 and a half years now. Now, it's crazy to think about. And if you want to learn more about my online Reiki certification courses, one-on-one distance healing sessions, one-on-one online tarot readings, my crystal shop, all that good stuff, go ahead and look in the description below or visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So what is Reiki? Well, the style that I work with, as I mentioned, Usui Reiki, is named after this method's founder, and he created this particular method in the early 1920s in Japan, when there was a rise in imperialism and people were looking for a way to be spiritual, but also knew that they could not teach religion. The state religion was Shintoism. And this led to a lot of delicate social connections around such matters, but this particular approach to working with healing energy has been deeply impactful for so many people because as being super spiritual, it is also very secular, and that's something that the West really needed. So it's no wonder that it's taken off here. So what is the energy at the core of this? Well, let's look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, and see what the definition of energy really is. And that's the concept that everyone, everywhere, everything, everywhere is interconnected, and energy flows between all of these different things and different pieces. Within that interconnectedness, there are other energies at play, one of which is a spiritually guided soul's energy, or spiritually guided life energy. And this is thought to be, in a way, like the zest of life, the thing that keeps us going. It is flowing through all of us, available to all of us all the time. Our body, mind, and spirit are working with this energy all the time. And by working with it consciously, we can work with it to greater level and improve our wellness, body, mind, and spirit in a myriad different ways. So essentially today, what I'll be doing is connecting with this energy that's already flowing through all of us and that all of us have access to, and directing more of it to you so that your body, mind, and spirit can continue to do what it's already doing best and do it even more and even better. During the session, you can set any additional intentions. If you didn't feel like sharing them out loud, that's totally okay. Just bring them to mind and let the universe hear them. But during the session, you don't need to do anything. I'll do all the work. The only thing that I would recommend you do is to get physically comfortable in any way that works for you. Laying down, sitting up, you can close your eyes, you can take a little nap. If you feel like you need to move around, hey, do a couple of yoga stretches or journal or play some music, whatever works for you. Your body, mind, and spirit are going to know what to do with this energy, and you may feel some instances inside your physical body. You may feel emotions rising up or releasing. You may notice that your mental activity increases or gets more refined. For example, you may hear your subconscious, or you may have a beautiful space to think something through that you've really been struggling with lately. You may also, on a spiritual level, get sudden clarity, sudden ideas, inspiration, or even have some strong intuitions. And you may just have a nice relaxing nap. More than likely, your experience is going to be some combination of all of those. At the end of the 25-minute session, I will reopen the chat and I will hold space for any questions that you have and for any experiences that you want to share. During the session, you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. This is all about you just taking space for yourself. Like I said, the session will last about 25 minutes. During the session, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice the lights moving through several different colors slowly. There will be no flashing or strobing. And I will turn the music up. If you enjoy the beautiful healing music that we have here this evening, the content creator for that music is listed at the bottom of my description, so you can check out her channel and learn more about what she creates. And at the end of the session, you'll hear the music begin to fade out, and you'll hear my voice welcoming you back. At any point in time, if you feel like you need to get up, move, journal, anything, that's totally fine. This is all about you. All about you taking a moment for you. And remember, you can always enjoy this healing, not even just live. So if you're watching this on a replay, hello from the past, you're going to have just as much fun in healing. And if you are here live and you feel like you want to get some healing, but I'm not live, go ahead to our past live stream healing playlist, pick an old video based on the thumbnail, which always has a picture of the crystal grid we created together. Pick one that feels right, and you can either listen to all of the hanging out to begin with or skip right ahead to the music and the Reiki, and you can heal anytime, because just as we are all interconnected and I'm essentially connecting to this energy and directing more of it to you regardless of where you are, it also doesn't matter when you are. As long as your intention is to be open to receiving the healing, it will work. So enjoy your session. If you do have any questions and I'm not live or you think of them later, you can leave them in the comments below or reach out to me through my website at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your healing, and let's see what won that vote. Ooh, pretty. It's so pretty when we zoom out, isn't it? Oh, that looks so nice. Okay, so it's both. Oh, surprise. It's always both. So we've got some Chrysocolla and some orange sunstone. Let's go ahead and put some orange sunstone here and here. And we'll put the Chrysocolla all around. I've got 2 more pieces here. Here. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Ooh, that looks pretty and it feels so nice. Good job, everyone. As always, one thing that I don't always mention is a reminder that there is a concept called communal chi, and that's the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified for everyone. So all of you who are here today and requested anything, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this, because without you, we wouldn't have this beautiful grid. We wouldn't have this beautiful energy to share. So go ahead, get comfy, close your eyes. If you fall asleep, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. You're going to have a great healing no matter what. I will see you all in 25 minutes. Enjoy your session. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out at your own pace. Slowly come back to your body. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m. East Coast US time. And if you have any questions or anything to share, the chat is open. You're so welcome, Grace. Have a beautiful night, too. You're welcome, Jen. Thank you. Yeah, good job, everyone. We did build a beautiful grid together. You're welcome, Martha. Good to see you. It's okay, Jen. And I'm around this weekend, too. I've been having trouble falling asleep before the very late night. Not too much before you. Same. You all are so super welcome. You're so welcome, Martha. It's so good to see you. Oh yeah, everyone, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button on the way out. Yeah, the stupid full moon gets me every month too. I can't sleep well around the full moon. It's too energizing for me anymore. Sleepy kittens here. Sleepy kittens and honking trolleys. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. You're so welcome, Chris. It's always great to see you. Blessings, everyone. Yeah, today is the full moon, and also Saturn went into Pisces. It's been in Aquarius for 3 years. You're very welcome, Lisa. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wind the stream down and maybe record 1 or 2 more pieces of the tarot for all 12 signs. The last couple I just added, Pisces and Cancer, are up now. You're so welcome, Blue Sky. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring the session to a close. So thank you everyone so much for being here. It's always an honor to work with all of you. I feel better too. I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m., Friday at 4 and 8 p.m., and Sunday at 8 p.m., all East Coast U.S. time. Thank you all so much for being here and for making me a part of your day. It's such an honor. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening. Bye for now.